Good morning, Sammy. Well, this is your video I'm going to do to try and help you get through this. What we're going to be working with is my Nemi. That's the same size and setup that yours will be in when you get it. And I'm going to be using this Addy of mine. Those little guys are actually one of my favorites. And our battery. Okay? So what we do to start with, we'll move this aside. We gotta unscrew a bunch of stuff here to get this set up. First of all, unscrew your fire button right here. That's your fire button. Okay, this here is actually your lock ring. This one right here, that's your lock ring, okay? But we leave it screwed up right like there, the way it came to you. We'll unscrew this fire button all the way. Take it right out, because that's your switch and everything else. Now, when you get it, this contact pin right in here, I don't have anything to point with here. Right here. This right here, that's your contact right there that connects with your battery. That little guy, when you get it, check and make sure it is snug. Hold this spring back down and grab it with the edges of your fingers if you can, and just make sure that is tight down in here, okay? Because if that unscrews on you and that switch comes apart, the Nemisis switch has a whole bunch of little parts inside it, and especially one real tiny little pin, and if you lose it, you're not going to have a good day, because your switch is not going to work properly. Anyway, okay, that aside, we'll put that down for now. Now, the top of your Nemi tube here, okay, up here where your 510 connector is right there, we have to unscrew that. But if you look at it, there's a separate piece right there, a little tiny skinny one, okay? This is actually just an airflow collar here, really, is all this actually is. It's just a spacer that sits there for our purpose. It doesn't serve any other purpose, really. But, see, that just comes, will slip right off of there. No big deal, okay? We'll set that down even for now. Now, this here is where we need to unscrew it. This is a common one that you're going to have to use that little piece of green mat possibly on that I sent you, because it can be a bugger to get a hold of and get unscrewed sometimes. Sometimes if it doesn't want to unscrew, though, you take this collar off. That way at least you can get a little bit better hold of this to unscrew it, okay, when it's apart. Anyway, we screw that off of there, like that. This is the top connector for your battery and your atomizer. Now, it's probably down far enough, but just back it out a bit more when you get it and you go to get your Addy put onto it. And now this is no big deal on these if you unscrew that all together. Okay? It just unscrews out of there. No big deal. So just screw it in, you know, a couple of turns to have it start. Okay, now we're going to put this back on here. Like that. Now you take your Addy. And you just spin your Addy back on here. Like so. There. And there should be no gap right here between your top piece and the bottom of your Addy. That just screw down flush. Doesn't need to be tight, just like 2 fingers till it stops. Done. Okay? Then, to set your connection, you screw this screw in like this, just until it touches, till it stops. That's it. You know? Doesn't need to be, you know, like snugged up really or anything like that. Just screwed in, you know, till it basically stops. That's all you have to do with it. Done. Okay? Now, we take this, we screw this back on to the top of your mod tube, to your body, just like that. There again, this doesn't need to be super snug or anything crazy like that, because if you make that mistake, you'll pay for it, because you're going to fight to get it unscrewed again in a while. Just, you know, like 2 fingers, you know, I shouldn't even be hanging on to it up here to tighten it in case you loosen the connection in here that we just set. But And I got juice dripping all over the place. Lovely. Hang on. Need paper towel. Move my coffee cup. There. Okay. We're alright. Anyway. So that's screwed on there, like I say, and you just screw it down, basically till it stops. Just slightly snug, 2 fingers, and you're good. Now, put your battery in. That's the easy part. This, positive side up, which is that one of course. Slide her up in. Done. Take your switch. Start it in. Screw that up in there. Just like so. And it you can make just a little bit, just a little snug. You know, 2 fingers, snug it up just a smidge on there, and you're done. And to lock your mod so it won't fire, you just screw this ring back down to there, you see? Now it can't fire when you do that. And then to use it, you just loosen it up, spin her up to the top, and then she'll work. We'll take a hit. I think she's working okay. What do you figure? Just like that. All done. See, that's why I picked the Nemi for you, because it's quite easy to set up. It's got a simple connection up here for your atomizer. No playing around with trying to figure out how to adjust your battery rattle out, because you have more complex pin and everything up here. It's one screw, you bring it up to the top, just so it touches up against your addy, and that's basically it. You're done. Then you just slide your battery up into your mod tube, and then you put your switch back in, and you just screw your switch up till it's, you know, just a wee bit snug there, you know, till it stops. There's a little resistance there. It's done. And that's it. Simple, just like that. Easy peasy. Hope you get some help out of this. Bye, Sammy.